of the challenges of communication in relationships is that men and women think about things very differently. Many women will want to talk about an issue with their partner, and do so, only to work it out in their head and use their partner as a sounding board. If the man is aware of this, and just listens, often the spouse will have worked it out by the time they have finished talking. But, men love to fix things, including issues of an emotional nature. So they start offering all kinds of advice which their lady really does not want to hear. Women often wish to discuss feelings, especially love, and many men are very uncomfortable with those topics. Not they don't have feelings, they do, and some studies indicate their feelings are often stronger than that of women, but because the way we are wired, we have a very difficult time expressing those feelings in words, much to the frustration of women. Some women have a goal of changing their man when they get married. Sometimes they are successful, and sometimes those moments are seen as nagging by the man. If he had habits you don't like before you married, what makes you think you can remove them afterwards? Some you may be successful with, but others are part of who he is and will never change. Learning to accept flaws of your guy is critical. Some women have certain insecurities and thus a need to be right all the time. They will defend their position at times by making up stories that may not be accurate, something that men will do as well. Women know their guy really well. They know his moods, often how he reacts to certain events, and when he is lying about things. She assumes, usually incorrectly, that he knows her just as well, but that is not true in most cases. Men, unless they are trained as cops, are not good at remembering details. So if you change your hair color, and he does not notice right away, don't take it as an insult. You could, however, ask him if the new color suits you to solicit a responses. Men are not usually good at innuendos. The subtle comments that work with your girlfriends, go over his head or just confuse him. As a man, I will categorically say that women are far better communicators than we are, which means your superior skills need to include patience with the poor guy who does not get it all the time. The bottom line is this: you can be kind or you can be right. If you know the buttons to push that sets your guy off, just don't push them. If he makes a statement that you disagree with, instead of tearing a strip off of him for being an idiot, just smile and say, "That's an interesting viewpoint," and leave it at that. I am not saying you need to be a doormat to him. I am saying to pick your battles and decide what issues really need to be explored more. The male ego is often like that of a child and can be easily bruised even in adulthood. To stop the verbal battles, take on the lead role of the mature person in the relationship. It will make for a happier time for both of you. Being in an argumentative relationship can be a big challenge and a signal that the relationship is heading for the rock. So, how do you stop arguments in a relationship or marriage without being unheard? These 7 tips would help you eliminate arguments in your relationship. 1. Speak about your problems. 2. Don't yell. 3. Don't abuse. 4. Don't fight unnecessarily. 5. Hear their side of the story. 6. Speak your side of the story. 7. Find a solution. Ask yourself, who do you believe you are at the moment this thought arise? Or when you think about that person you're arguing with, who is yourself right now that's being triggered? What are your beliefs about yourself that's being pushed to get into an argument? Because chances are the ego is being stepped on. We want to be heard and felt right about our standpoint. But when you stop and contemplate why you're in an argument, you'll see who behind is talking, having the argument. It's not you but the thoughts, emotions, feelings and beliefs you're holding onto to be right. When you're able to see the other person as a collective ego, that his beliefs too are picked up from the society, when she was growing up. From the family, friends, groups one is in, pretty much anywhere, then you'll see it's not that person nor you. You then able to drop those that could start another fire. It leaves you in peace. An inner happiness that you don't always have to prove something, being right, wanting to feel heard. This happened to me a lot, not until I realized it's nobody's fault. No one is right nor wrong. Just how life is. A lot of the times we only see what we want to see. Therefore it limits us to understand the whole or even look at the bigger picture. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share to inspire someone else.